Welcome back to another episode of the Marketing Quacks podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Dozer, and if you're new to the show, the mission here is to expose the quacks and gimmicks in the marketing industry while featuring some great marketers and entrepreneurs along the way. On this episode, I was really excited to have on Ray Luan. Now, Ray is the CEO and founder of NewOaks AI, who specializes in AI agents, and Ray is also formerly a GM at TikTok in their e-commerce division. This was a really unique conversation about AI agents and where this is all going in 2025, so I hope you enjoy the episode. So, Ray, thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to get you on here. So can you just do a quick intro on kind of who you are and what you're doing with NewOaks AI?
Yeah, sure, of course. Thanks for inviting me over. So my name is Ray Luan, and I'm the founder and the CEO of NewOaks AI. What we do is that our vision is to bring AI to customize small business and make it more automated. Okay. So we literally use the latest, the best cutting edge large language model to build AI agent for small and medium businesses. So improve their lead conversion rate and also help them book more appointments.
So talk about that model you're using. Is that GPT-4o? Is it O1? Talk about that a little bit.
Sure. So we started to build a model with one GPT 3.5 Turbo came out last year, and then gradually we evolved into GPT-4 and then 4o Mini. So right now we basically use two models. One is GPT-4o, which is our primary model, and also in some use cases we use cloud because they are good. Good at they have different specialized areas. And then O1, yeah, thanks for bring O1 up because O1 we are also working on to use O1 to make a better reasoning and inferencing in a lot of our use cases too.
And I just made a video about O1. OpenAI just got out of the official O1, and now they just relaunched ChatGPT Pro, which has O1 Pro mode. Is that something you're going to dive into? Is this new Pro mode?
Yes, exactly. I think O1 used to be preview mode, and we already have been experimenting with O1 for a while. I think the reasoning inferencing capability of O1 is going to bring a new door for a lot of AI startups like us. So
Correct.
I think, O1 definitely is the model to go for more complicated use cases and apps.
Yeah, and you mentioned NewOaks AI is an AI agent, right? So can you talk about some of the real world problems that you guys are actually solving for businesses?
Sure, of course. So we position ourselves as AI agent instead of AI chatbot is because we recently launched the agent capability with 4o so that our AI agent can not only answer questions but also use third-party tools during the real-time conversation to take further actions. So in the real world, we have our target audience are a couple of categories. For example, the first one is real estate agents, and then Airbnb hosts, e-commerce owners, and also digital marketers. So our very first client is actually a real estate agent in Irvine, California. So literally, the problem she has is that, the cost of virtual assistants getting too high, and she got a lot of cold leads every single day, and she cannot just handle the leads by herself, right? And then she asked me, "Hey Ray, what can you do for me to use AI to solve my problem?" And then we kind of start use 3.5 Turbo to build AI agent very early on. What it can do is that it can take the customer's inquiries on SMS, on Google Voice, right? And then later on this year, like literally 2 months ago when GPT released real-time API, we built an AI phone agent for our real estate customers so that she does not need to take the phone calls for the code lead, right? So she leads the properties on Zillow, and whenever a customer saw the property, was interested and start to call the number, and our AI agent was able to pick up the call and pre-screen the prospective customers, and then if the customer is qualified, and the AI agent is going to make a appointment to view the property and then do the follow-up after the property viewing, eventually even to submit a contract online and have the customer sign the contract and do the follow-up later on. So that's the typical use case.
Yeah, that's a very good use case there for sure. So AI agents, they're all the hype, right? In 2025, HubSpot is coming out with their own AI agent. I mean, he talked about what you guys do with NewOaks AI. What are some other, I guess, real world situations where you think AI agents are going to start to take over? Do you think the economy is impacted at all with job losses with these agents coming out? Talk about that a little bit.
Sure, thanks. It's a great question. Actually, we have been thinking about that question many times. I think next year, with the capability of O1 and also for cloud 3.5 computer use. So with these two kind of tools, I think AI is capable of use other tools to solve real world problems. For example, if you order some food online, right? You use Uber Eats or DoorDash. But I think in the future we are going to build a AI delivery agent. So whenever you want to order some food, just call our agent and just say I want to order a orange chicken from Panda Express, and our agent is going to take the order and get your favorite orange chicken, and then have it delivered to your address without you to do anything further. You just need say a word, whatever food you want from Panda Express, and give the agent your information, and that's it. But of course, you don't want to give your credit card away to the agents. It's quite dangerous, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, then we got to see who's behind coding the agent, and that's a whole other rabbit hole.
exactly. So I think AI agent is going to be able to order food, book tickets, book appointments. Even to help you to review a legal documents, and also sign contract. Under your supervision. A lot of things that I would say a lot of white collar jobs would probably be replaced. The repetitive jobs, right? So I'm sure there will be some job loss, but in the same time, I think there will be a lot of new jobs will be created because of the power of AI agents. So
I completely agree with you. I had a tweet, I think it was the other week, I was saying where people have no idea. We're so in the early stages of AI in general and AI agents. I think AI agents are coming for corporate America and higher education, slowly but surely. And I think that they just can't see it yet.
Exactly. Actually, I read about Cloud CEO Dario's podcast. I watched the podcast. He mentioned that he think AGI, his word is super intelligence, is going to come in 2026. So it was a hypothesis, but with recent during the journey of building NewOaks AI with my partner CTO, we think is really coming. It's really coming. So AI is so powerful now with the computer use that it can not only control the API, right? It also can control our mouse, control our browsers. So literally, it can do almost everything that human is able to do through our personal computer and also mobile. It's kind of a little bit scary sometimes. So I think AGI is coming earlier than we expected, not later.
And AI has been around for a long time. I always joke with people. I was in like the early stages of generative AI when I was using Jarvis at the time, and Disney sued them. And then they had to rebrand to Jasper. They were one of the first iterations of using OpenAI's API behind the scenes, and no one really knew how they were doing it.
Yes, exactly. So Jasper was one of the earliest apps that was using AI.
For
I
sure.
think,
And with
yeah,
NewOaks AI too, I was going to ask you this with NewOaks. So with what you guys are doing with AI agents, what's to stop like an OpenAI or an Anthropic or a Meta to either buy you out or just make their models more multimodal or multimodality to add your functionalities in there? What's stopping these big AI companies from doing what you're doing at NewOaks AI? And not just
yeah, so,
you, I mean the hundreds of others.
yeah, yeah, it's right. It's a pretty good question. So we were thinking about how to avoid competition with the big guys, right? Cloud or GPT. I think our strategy is that we are going to avoid what they are good at. Means that we differentiate ourselves. So we plan to go into the verticals, right? Use our domain knowledge use our domain knowledge and the power of agent to solve the problem for small and medium business. Because we think that that's NewOaks, both OpenAI and cloud. I think they are developing their technology. From my observation, OpenAI is doing a lot of apps for consumers, right? But I don't think they are building a broader base technology can be used by many, consumers or business in general. But we want to go into verticals, go deep. So that's our strategy. So we want to pick a couple, real estate, Airbnb, e-commerce, and a couple of verticals and go deeper and deeper. So our domain knowledge will be, better than OpenAI or cloud or
Yeah,
other
so
like,
niche down, right? Versus getting
yeah,
really mainstream. You're niching down on those big ones. That makes
exactly,
sense.
exactly.
So maybe I missed this on your website, but Nuo. So do you guys have the capability to clone your voice and turn that into an AI generated voice?
Well, not yet because we are using ChatGPT OpenAI's real-time API. So real-time API is that they use audio to audio training model. So they right now they only release like 8 voice personas. But the benefit of that is it's more emotional. You can inject emotion and tones into the voice. I think with the next release, they're going to allow us to clone our own voice. I know there are a lot of like voice builders, like 11 Labs or VP. They allow you to do copy your own voice. But I think eventually, like maybe given like 3 to 4 months down the road, OpenAI is going to allow us to use that
I'm
feature.
assuming those are the ones you get with advanced voice mode right now, because I've kind of tinkered around with OpenAI's advanced voice mode. Those are probably the voices that you're referring to. But I think you hinted on a good point with 11 Labs there. There was this AI tool I was testing a couple weeks ago called JellyPod. They're an AI podcast generator, competitor to Notebook LM when they kind of bursted onto the scene with this, and you can clone your voice. And I'm
Yeah.
not kidding you, Ray. It sounded really good for 30 seconds. There were a couple hiccups in there when I tried to clone my voice. But the first thing that I thought of was, what a slippery slope this is going to be when people can just clone your voices. And I think spam calls are going to go up and kind of, hint at an elderly population that's already susceptible to scams.
Yeah.
Where do you think this is all going with? And I'm serious, like, where do you think this is all going with scams and cloning your voice? And just what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I thought it's quite a there is a possibility that a lot of like scammers are going to use the voice cloning capability. But I think we got to use magic to beat magic, right? So we need to build our own AI assistant, right? So I think in the near future, not too far, every one of us should have our own AI assistant to take the phone calls. So whenever the scammy, bot call you, you'll have your own AI assistant talk to the other like scammy AI agent. So that way, I think it's kind of put a protection layer. So eventually, whoever adopt the AI technology earlier, I mean, will get a lot of benefit in terms of not being scammed.
Yeah.
Magic to magic, right? Use magic to beat magic. So that'll be my way.
I don't know if you've ever heard those voices on Notebook LM yet, like the audio overview, but those are very realistic. I mean, like the pauses, they're saying, like, I'm like, oh my God, like these guys are like
Yeah,
so good with these.
yeah.
Um,
I've seen those. Yeah.
but I want to ask you about your AI business card offering. I noticed that was one thing you had at NewOaks AI. Kind of explain what that is and kind of why it's more valuable than other digital business cards or even like a link tree, for example. What's
Yes.
the benefit of that offering?
Sure. So Linktree is actually we got inspired by Linktree. Linktree is good, but I think the majority of Linktree's target audience are like content creators. But our target audience are SMB, small business owners, right? So similar to Linktree, but we offer different perspective. Is that we build our AI chatbot, onto the digital card, so that the digital card is not a responsive card, but it could be like interactive. So there are two use cases for NewOaks AI's AI business card. We use AI to co-pilot it. So when business owners take the business card, literally they can download the QR code and put it in the wallpaper of your cell phone. So when business owners go offline to meet people in the exhibition or any like client meeting activities, just show the client the QR code. When clients scan the QR code, and our AI chatbot is going to send the first greeting message and start to engage with the customers and do the follow-up. So it's a little bit more used to automate the business, right? Versus Linktree is used more, to showcase who you are and got all the different social links into one place. So I think the position is different. I said the second use case is that if you are a business owner, you want to create a TikTok campaign, you can actually use our AI business card underneath your profile to make it like a smart AI copilot landing page to convert the lead into appointments or transactions. So I think we can do both online and offline lead conversion and automation for the business. So that's the unique selling point of our business card.
So you hinted at the AI voice clones. I guess what else is next for NewOaks AI that you were referring to earlier?
Yeah, so the next our next step is that we are probably building AI employees based on the voice. So voice is just one piece of the agent. I think the future AI agent is going to be multi-module, right? With voice, with image conversion capability, with video creation capability, and also with text, SMS, and also text message capability. So we're going to build a fleet of AI employees so that our business customers was able to hire AI employees instead of real person employees to handle the different process of the different to cater to different business needs.
Yeah, and the first thing that comes to my head when you say stuff like this and whole AI agents, I think of all the admin tasks, right? The office managers or even VAs, right? In the Philippines. I think this comes right after the VA business model too, and this is the first iteration of it.
Yeah, exactly. So for example, our very first real estate agent customers was using our AI agent Sarah. I call her Sarah to replace her VAs already in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So because the cost is lower and it literally works 24/7, right? Doesn't need to go to sleep. So there are a lot of benefit. Yeah.
You don't got to deal with all the other headaches too of hiring someone.
Yeah, exactly. The managerial problems, and sometimes I hate to say that, but sometimes one of the benefit she mentioned to me really blown my mind away. She said sometimes the VAs will steal the business because so when some of her customers calling the VA say I have an air conditioner broken, you want to repair, and the VA will direct the distribute the task to someone that she know. They know, right? So that they can make money out of it. So my customer was pissed off. Said, "Hey, I don't want a real human. So human has all sort of issues and problems, but AI doesn't cheat, right?
Yeah, in a perfect world, it's unbiased, right? In a perfect world,
it's unbiased, doesn't cheat. So I think that's the benefit of use AI as employees or agent to help us to finish some like business stuff.
For sure. Yeah. And so in terms of what you're doing internally at NewOaks AI, what AI tools are you guys using to kind of move your business to the next level?
Sure. So the first thing I use NewOaks AI, right? Because we have a chat bubble on our website. So every day I got a lot of leads generated, and when customer want to make appointment, you always use our chat widget to make appointment with me through my Google Calendar. And then we also have a live chat feature. So if they do not want to talk to chatbot, they said, hey, let's make appointment with live chat. So I will be to the appointment, and then sometimes I jump in to do the live chat to talk to the customer directly. So the second tool I was using a AI SEO blog writing tool, Quick Creator, just kind of like to create SEO blogs to improve our SEO performance over the time. So it has been doing pretty well for myself. And the other AI tool I was using was Monica.ai, which I use it to generate the content every day so that I can post on social medias, get more traffic or attention from prospective customers. So those are the kind of AI tools that I'm using every single day.
Nice. And I would assume that a lot of those are probably white labeled OpenAI or Claude or whatever, because that's the thing I run into with a lot of these AI SaaS tools. I literally, like, when I think I messaged you or I don't remember, but I literally get flooded with an inbox and I have like 20 unread messages of all these AI tools. Hey, Ryan, test this, become a partner, da da da. And I'm like, guys, you're just white labeling OpenAI and upcharging a premium to the customer. You're not doing anything different here, So it just makes me laugh. But anyways, I want to talk about marketing quacks, Ray. This is the Marketing Quacks podcast after all. What are some tricks and gimmicks that you see in the AI SaaS world that you have seen people do that you just makes your blood boil, you don't like? Talk about that.
Yeah, so it's a good question. So the AI tricks or magic, I have seen one of a friend of mine was doing that. They're like doing programmable SEO. Literally, they research certain keywords within an area that are focusing on. So they literally generate like 1,000 blogs a day. So their traffic is going like this, so deep, like 45 degrees increase. So it was crazy. I know it's kind of like, not in a gray area. It's not, it's not illegal, but it's not a preferable favorite ways by Google, but it works. So I don't want to go to that well, but if you want some tricks like this, that could be something that you can try. For myself, I think the most effective marketing solution is to work with AI influencer like yourself, because I think our tool is still a little bit complicated, and the entry barrier is still higher than other like AI writing tools or content generation tools. So I think a video demo just showcase the tutorial content to teach people how to use it will be best for my tool. So it really depends what your tool is. So an example is that I work with a Udemy instructor. Like he just created like an hour-long course, and it bring me like at least 30 to 40 leads every single month. So I think video creation, video marketing worked pretty well for me. I also done some lifetime deal on Facebook, so it helped me to get early stage, early adopter users, just to help me to build the features of my tool. So I would say social media, Facebook, programmable SEO, and video marketing probably will be the three top methodologies that I will use.
Yeah, so I want to hear too about quacks. Like, what is like a gimmick that you don't like that you see other people that you in the AI world, right? So like in my world, like, for example, in YouTube, I see a ton of creators that say how to rank one overnight using this AI tool, how to write 1,000 blogs in 1 minute and change your business overnight, right? None of this stuff is reality, but they use it as clickbait to get all these people in the door and to show you some smoke and mirrors gimmick. What would be that gimmick for you, Ray? If there was someone in your space doing what you do, what is something that you see online where you're like, oh, that's BS, I don't like that? What would that be?
Well, that would be, I think that would be like use AI to create some viral marketing tool. For example, they're gonna brag that it's you can use AI to create a marketing video or something, and so that you can get like 10,000 followers or customers overnight. I think that would be a BS for me. So I like marketing viral, but I don't believe that you can do it overnight. I think you have to do a lot of hard work. So any gimmick or quack about marketing viral stuff, I think is kind of a bait. Yeah, it's a signal for me. It's going to be a bait.
And on the surface level too, what a lot of people don't think about is, let's say I did do what these gimmicks are telling me and I did get 1,000 followers overnight. What does the quality of those followers look like? Are they going to buy for me? Are they going to advocate for me? No, they're just numbers. They don't mean anything,
Exactly.
and no one likes to talk about that side of the story of quality of subscribers and who you're trying to attract with your content.
Exactly. So the churn rate is going to be sky high. So it's not worth, it's not worth it. It's kind of waste of time to find those kind of gimmicks.
For sure.
I agree with you.
Well, Ray, what's the final notes that you have for this episode? Really appreciate your time for coming on. Any just final takeaways that you want to talk about NewOaks or anything that we talked about on this episode?
Oh, yes. I think that's good question. I think the final note I want to talk about is that as an AI startup owner or entrepreneur, I think all of us want to build a tool to solve the problems for customers. So I think PMF, product market fit, is the most important thing that we need to pay attention to. But before product market fit, I think is product problem fit. I think a lot of our peers are still struggling to finding the right problem to solve. So do not rush into marketing growth gimmicks before you actually, can use your own product to solve a problem for the customer. I think so. My recommendation is focus on solve problems for your customers, not looking for magic or gimmicks for marketing growth.
And that is really good advice. And I actually tweeted something like that the other night. I said, everyone wants to go viral, but most don't have the systems to capitalize from it. And I think that's completely true.
Exactly. Agree.
Well, Ray, this has been fun. Where can people find you online to learn more about NewOaks AI?
So yeah, it's different with social media. I would say LinkedIn. So search NewOaks AI and Ray Luan, or on LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter. You can find him or DM me. So I would say LinkedIn is one of the best way to approach me.
Perfect. I'll leave all those links in the description below for people to check out. And thanks again to everyone for listening to this episode of the Marketing Quacks podcast. Be sure to tune in again next time.